Texas Joker, of course. Tiff, Jessica, Robin, Tiff, Daniel, Shootback. Who else we got in chat? I know there's more people. We got Mike in here. We got Barbara Ray, of course. Saw Daylight in here earlier. Oh, there he is. Joyce Barber. And many more are to come. I just opened a fresh bottle of wine that's supposed to be very, very good, so I'm about to go try that, but I will be back in chat shortly. But I'll start the stream before I go, of course. It's an Italian wine, and honestly, like, I'm Italian, but I can't even pronounce it. I'll type it in chat when I go downstairs. If I can even, it's like in cursive as well, it's hard to read. But it looks pretty good. It's decanting right now. Don't normally decant it, but you know, if it's top tier, you gotta decant it. It's not a Montepulciano, actually. Wait, I might have it on my phone right now. I think, oh, it's a Boca. It's a Boca. Apparently it's like, known for its acidity or something. I've never had a Boca before. Looks pretty promising.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Kendrick Cedino.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You were
Oh, it's
arrested
a red. I love red. I like white
pursuant to a
too, but
warrant
red,
for
I'm a red
burglary of
guy.
a conveyance
Red
with
all
a
day.
battery and also stalking, domestic related. At this time, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I'm going to hire an attorney.
State, you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor, not at this time. Well, actually.
Okay. All right, I reviewed the affidavit. I'll set the bond in count one at $7,500. Count two, bond will be set at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim. That's no direct, no indirect contact. Possess no weapons or firearms. All right, good luck.
Excuse me, Your Honor, you said I have a bond?
Yes, you have a bond.
Thank you.
$7,500 on count one, $500 on count two. More important is you have absolutely no contact with the victim.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Charlie Robert Ford.
Mr. Ford, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for aggravated stalking after an injunction. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State what's your position on bond.
Your Honor, he is entitled to bond. Please give him one. However, on his out on bond for those two charges where it's the same victim for stalking, I ask that you revoke his bond, hold him no bond.
Defense?
And I just asked you set a reasonable bond, and if you are inclined to revoke, you revoke in double.
All right, on the new charge, aggravated stalking after an injunction, I'm going to set the bond at $5,000. I'm going to order no contact with the victim, possess no weapons or firearms. You're out on bond on 2 cases from last month. I'm going to revoke both those bonds and set them at none. I'll appoint the public defender in all cases. You got an attorney. If you want to seek a bond, you can have the attorney file the appropriate motion in front of the judge.
Yes.
Yes, no, yeah, no contact, no return to the residence of the victim.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right,
I will waive, Your Honor, if you appoint.
all right, I'll appoint the public defender. State, you have a position on bond. She's got two cases.
It's the same incident, Your Honor, and she has no history. No, I have no position, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set the bond at $5,000 on each case. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the, got a total of 3 victims. No contact with the victims, maintain a separate residence, possess no weapons or firearms, one-time return with law enforcement. Morning, sir. Your name, please? Mr. May, you're here for initial appearance. Got a couple of cases. At this time, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you, or are you going to hire an attorney, sir?
I'm gonna hire an attorney.
Okay.
I would like to speak for myself.
Okay,
Time is right, sir.
okay, all right. A couple things. We're gonna hear from the victim or the witness. Understand today's not the trial. Just listen to what I'm saying. Understand today's not the trial. You have the right to remain silent. We're not here to hash out what did or didn't happen, okay? So you have the right, I think, if you had an attorney standing next to you, they would tell you, don't talk about the incident, what did or didn't happen. And we're not here to get into that, okay? Okay, so let's swear in the witness.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Tori Pugliese.
All right, Ms. Pugliese, I see you're listed as the original victim, and I presume it's out of the Pinellas County
Yes, sir. That's
domestic
correct.
case. All right, if Mr. May is released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
I would like to have contact with him.
Are you in fear of him?
No.
State, do you have any questions for
I
Ms.
do not, Your
Pugliese?
Honor.
Now, this is something you need to understand, Ms. Pugliese. There's a no contact order out of Pinellas County.
Yes, sir.
So if I grant contact and he has contact with you, he's in violation of that court's order. In fact, these are some of the reasons he was arrested. We've got 3 counts, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, a contempt of court for violation of an injunction by possessing the firearm or ammunition, and also violation of the injunction by having contact, the court's order having contact. All right. So, State, do you have a position on bond, or do you have any questions, sorry, for the witness?
I have no questions for the witness, Your Honor. I have no position on bond.
I know, she said she's gonna go.
All right, so on the possession of ammunition, the bond set at $5,000. On the contempt of court, I'll set the bond at $1,000, and on count 3, I'll set the bond at $1,000. I'm going to order that you have no hostile contact with Ms. Pugliese, but understand there's another court order saying that you're to have no contact. I can't affect that. Okay, that's on that case. You were also arrested for violation of probation. You were on probation for reckless driving, alcohol related, looks like you were placed on September the 28th of last year, and on June the 20th, June 21st, September 21st. The judge signed a no bond warrant in that case, based on the Pinellas County domestic violence charge. So that's no bond, so that'll be stayed no bond, but you do have a bond on the other case. All right, good luck. I'm sorry, if you've got something to ask, I'm happy to answer if I can. You go ahead.
I'm saying, why can't I get a bond on GOP?
You can request a bond hearing in front of that judge. That judge signed a warrant with no bond, and I'm not going to change that judge's warrant. All right, good luck.
Kevin McCray refused, Your Honor.
If you appoint, I will waive, Your Honor.
So on Kevin McCray, I'll appoint the public defender. And I believe on count 3 of the warrant, it's I think that's a no.
It's a PBL, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
So I'm going to stay the bond at none. I'll just stay the bond at none in that case. I'm going to appoint the public defender. I'll revoke the bond that he's currently out on and set that bond at none. Yeah, it's conditions that are on the bond. No contact, no weapons, no return.
He's entitled to bond on the rest of them.
Your Honor, did you set a bond on the remaining counts? I'm not sure if the warrant came in. I don't believe it came in with the.
No, it came in at no bond for everything.
So I would just ask that you set a bond on the remaining counts.
So on the aggravated assault with a firearm, DV, I'll set it at $5,000. False imprisonment, $5,000. No bond on count 3. The robbery, $5,000. Criminal mischief and battery will be $100 each.
Thank you.
No victim, no weapons, no return.
Mr. Collins refused, Your Honor.
Collins refused.
I will waive, Your Honor.
I'll appoint on Mr. Collins. State you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the public defender. I'll set the bond at $500. Order no contact with the victim. Possess no weapons or firearms. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Steve Joseph.
Mr. Joseph, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor. I don't see any.
All right, I'll set bond at $500. I am going to order that you have no contact with the victim, Shaniqua Moten, that you maintain a separate residence from her. You can return to the one-time shared residence one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings, otherwise no contact with her. Order you to possess no weapons or firearms.
Your Honor, DCF was contacted.
And I'll order that you comply with any orders of the Department of Children and Families. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Jason LaFerrier.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. Okay, based on your application for the appointment of the public defender, you make too much money to qualify for the public defender. State you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
Looks like you qualify for pretrial release. State you object to pretrial release.
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no contact with Alyssa Grover, that you maintain a separate residence from her. You have a shared residence, you can return one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with her. Good luck.
Sir.
Morning, your name, please?
Dominique Mendez. Morning.
Ms. Mendez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. Okay. From your application for the appointment of the public defender, you make too much money to qualify for the public defender at this time. State, you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor, and I have no objection to pretrial release.
All right, Ms. Mendez, I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no contact with your sister, Diana Silva Mendez, that you maintain a separate residence from her. So if she's living at that Lake Lorraine Drive, you're gonna have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with her.
Alicia Williams is mental health.
Mental health, okay.
I will waive, Your Honor.
Hello, Mike and Melissa.
State, you
I
have
am
a
speaking
position
to you
on
live right now.
Williams.
I am reading the
Bond.
live chat. Hello.
No, Your Honor. I apologize. No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender. I'll set the bond at $500. Order that she have no contact with, appears it's her father, Tyresher Coleman. Maintain a separate residence, one-time return with law enforcement.
Yeah, the chat is live, but the feed is from earlier in the
Morning, sir, your
day.
name, please?
Antonio Davis.
But I edit out all the boring
Davis, you're
parts.
here for
And I edit out the interpreter because it
initial
destroys
appearance. You were
everyone's
arrested
eardrums.
on a Seminole
Trust
County
me, you do not
warrant
want to hear the interpreter.
for petty theft. There's a bond of $750. If you're able to postpone, you can postpone here in Orange County. You'll get released and they'll give you contact information or report date in Seminole. If you're not able to bond out, they'll notify Seminole County. They'll come get you within 24 hours. Okay. All right, good luck.
I love a good mystery. Would
Morning,
love
ma'am.
to solve
Come
one.
up. LaRue refused. Okay. All right, it's a no bond warrant on a VOP out of Flagler County, so just, we'll waive his appearance at IA and they'll notify Flagler. Come get him. Morning, ma'am, your name, please?
Annabelle Morales.
Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for, it's a Brevard County warrant.
Yes.
Looks like leaving the scene of an accident involving death or personal injury, tampering with physical evidence. No bond on the first count, $5,000 bond on the second count. You're currently out on bond, it looks like here in Orange County for a DUI. I'll take no action on that. So they're gonna notify Brevard County that you're here. They'll come get you within 24 hours. Okay?
Thank you. Joshua Ross refused, Your Honor.
Mr. Ross, multiple Broward County warrants, they're all no bond warrants, so we'll waive his IA, we'll notify Broward County they can get him. Morning, your name, please?
Shayla Davis.
Ms. Davis, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested, looks like on view for a violation of probation. Okay, let's take a look here. I will appoint the public defender in your case, ma'am. All right, so you, the on-view arrest, you were on probation for battery on a security officer and aggravated assault. You were arrested on a new offense of battery. So at this time on the on-view violation of probation, I'm going to stay the bond at none, and I've appointed the public defender to represent you.
Stevenson Door is mental health, Your Honor.
And I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Mr. Dorr is arrested on 2 counts of violation of community control. And bond is set at none. It'll be stayed at none. He's also correct. He also has a new case, criminal mischief. That bond will be stayed at $1,000.
No return, Your Honor?
Yeah, yeah, it looks like the allegation is he was throwing rocks at police cars, so I don't really, just no return to the scene.
Thank you.
Charles Hepburn refused, Your Honor.
That was, I'm sorry, Michael, I've got a Michael Ray Hunt.
Oh.
Okay. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Sir?
What's your name, please?
Michael Ray Hunt, sir.
Mr. Hunt, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're arrested for a violation of community control. You are on community control for aggravated stalking. Allegations are that you changed your residence without permission. Whereabouts unknown. Bond has been set at none.
Your Honor, I'm in a rehab center. He knew that I was in rehab.
Okay. Well, that's, so there was also failure to report and, yeah, failure to remain confined to your approved residence.
Yeah, I've called him like every.
I've appointed you an attorney. Yeah, you need to talk to the attorney about those. That's kind of stuff that needs to be, you need to let the community control officer know about that. But we don't need it. At this point, the judge that's handling the case set the bond at none. I can't change that.
Can I get a court date early? Because I don't want to lose my bed, so I'm trying to say it to rehab.
They'll set you for a violation of community control arraignment. I don't know when that's going to be yet.
I was just trying not to lose my bed.
Oh, I understand. I understand. So you talk to the attorney and ask the attorney if they can set a court date sooner than later. Try to get you in as fast as possible. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, sir. Come on up, sir. Good morning. Your name, please?
Brian Zickney.
And I'm sorry. And then before him was Darian Jackson. You said
Mental health, Your Honor.
mental health.
I will waive, Your Honor.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender on Darian Jackson. We've got 2 cases. I'll appoint in both cases. Violation of probation is on view. That'll be stayed at none. The new charge of grand theft motor vehicle, bonds 1,000 on count one, fentanyl subsidiary bond at 150. All right, Mr. Zickney, thank you. Mr. Zickney, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a violation of probation. Do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I hired an attorney.
You hired an attorney. Okay, the attorney hasn't filed paperwork yet. If you want, we can reset this initial appearance to tomorrow if you think the attorney's going to appear, or we can go ahead and proceed with the initial appearance.
What he told me is to get a court date, and the wife's gonna hire him at lunch.
Gotcha,
And
okay,
then take it from there.
okay. So at this point, I'm not gonna give you a court date right now, but a court date will be set
Yes, sir.
with your violation of probation date.
Yes, sir.
And this would be Division 16. So at this point, you were on probation for aggravated stalking. Allegations are that you failed to report to probation. Yeah, and the bond has been set at none on the warrant, so you'll be held on no bond. And if your attorney wants to file paperwork, try to get your bond or set a court date, then something earlier than will otherwise be set. That's up
That's,
between you and your attorney, okay?
that's the intention, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Joseph Darren Turner.
Mr. Turner, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of probation. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You're on probation for petty theft. Allegations are you failed to report to probation. Bond was set at $500. All right, good luck.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, before you walk out, Mr. Turner, if you post bond, I'm going to require that you report to probation within 48 hours of your release.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck. Morning, your name, sir? What's your name, please?
Keenan Angry?
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a violation of probation. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You were on probation for a DUI. Allegations are that you failed to pay costs of supervision, failed to enroll in the DUI school, and failed to enroll in the Victims Awareness Program. The judge set bond at none. All right. Good luck. Yes, sir.
Can I get a bond?
I've appointed you an attorney, and that attorney can file a bond motion with the judge in Division 63.
How long that gonna be?
That I don't know. I don't have the schedule. So you need to contact the attorney and ask for a bond hearing as soon as possible.
I'm gonna lose my job. I ain't gonna be able to pay for that. None of that.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Seth Bonar.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You were arrested for a violation of probation. You were on probation for a DUI. Allegations are that you committed a new offense of driving with a suspended license back in April. You failed to complete the DUI counterattack school. You failed to complete the Victims Awareness Program, failed to do the 10-day impound, failed to complete community service hours. Judge set the bond at $18,000. And I've appointed the public defender.
Now,
Good luck, sir.
I had a question.
Yes, sir.
Now, so if I have that, I already have an attorney and everything, and they.
If you have an attorney and you don't want me to appoint the public
No,
defender,
not for this. I'm talking about for that other one you're talking about for the driving license suspended, because that's he already told me.
Okay, we don't need to talk about the facts of that. But if you have, what's your question?
I just wanted to know if you guys are going to hold me over that if I'm already taking care of it and going to court for that.
Well,
on
that's only one of there's a total of 5 conditions, and that's only one of the violations.
Yeah. So if that's not if
You're let me maybe I'll cut to the chase. You've got an $18,000 bond. If the bond isn't posted, then you're going to stay here
I know
until the violation is resolved.
I get that. I would just wanted to know if that driving without the license is gonna hold me, or if it's possible for me to take care of that outside, and if by the time I go to court, they do offer to reinstate me, because I, didn't.
He doesn't.
Oh, okay.
That's, yeah, that's all stuff
That's an
you should talk to the attorney about
And
that.
do you know how long they push the court dates back? Is there any?
I don't know when your court date is gonna be. For Trinidad? Okay, we'll see if we can move Mr. Trinidad up when y'all get a chance. Oh, he is, okay. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Elijah Thomas.
Mr. Thomas, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for loitering or prowling. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've got a $250 bond. I'm going to order you not to return to 2620 North Hiawassee Road while this matter's pending. All right, good luck.
I'm saying that's a misdemeanor, and that's probably credit time served.
She's not making an offer.
Yeah, state's not making an offer today.
You right there?
All right, good morning, counsel. Could you identify yourself for the record?
Yes, Andrew Moses on behalf of Mr. Christopher Trinidad.
All right, Mr. Trinidad, you're here for initial appearance, represented by counsel. You were arrested for 3 counts of sexual battery with a deadly weapon or with physical force,
To the end.
aggravated assault with a firearm, and robbery with a firearm. State, you have a position on bond.
Your Honor, counts 1, 2, and 3 are life felonies. Count 5 is punishable by life. I ask for those counts, defendant be held no bond.
All right, counsel.
Your Honor, I had asked the court to consider the affidavit. And apparently, this report had been done immediately after the accusations. There was never any firearm that had been recovered.
Okay. All right, I am going to stay the bonds at none on counts 1, 2, and 3. Count 4, I'll set the bond at $5,000. Count 5, the bond will be stayed at none. Order you to have no contact with a listed victim, possess no weapons or firearms. And your attorney can file the appropriate motion with the judge if you wish to seek a bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I'll explain it to you real fast. Good seeing you, Judge. Maybe excuse me.
Yes, have a good day. Come up, sir. All right. Good morning, sir. State your name, please.
Antonio Feda.
Fede, you're here for initial appearance, for an arraignment. You're represented by the public defender. This is for a violation of probation on the offense of a DUI.
He's not represented by Mr. Bigney?
Mr. Bigney, Your Honor.
No, I have a PD. Yeah, I have a PD.
Yeah, it looks like Bigney represented him originally.
Yeah.
Okay.
On my sheet, it's still showing Bigney.
Okay.
We'll enter denial.
So it'll be a denial of violation, and we'll set for the violation, VOP hearing.
Division 83, November 14th at 1:30 in courtroom 6C.
Excuse me, I have court in Brevard on the 3rd of November. I'm on bond.
You're gonna have to call the attorney. November, what date was that? I'm sorry.
What was the date again?
November,
I have a son.
thank you. You're gonna have,
So if you're, it doesn't look like you'll be able to bond out on this case. So your attorney may be able to get a bond motion. I doubt it'll be done by November 3rd, but if you've got an attorney over, and you said Brevard County?
Yeah, I don't have an attorney there.
Okay, yeah, maybe try to have your attorney contact Brevard County, let them know that you're incarcerated.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right, good luck.
oh, he gave it to the state. Sorry. That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Lane Harmon.
Mr. Harmon, you're here for an arraignment. offense of violation of a DL restriction. Looks like a failure to appear. At this time, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or you want to hire an attorney?
Point attorney, please.
I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender.
We're gonna enter, a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Well, I was supposed to get out tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know. There's no offer today.
Well, I was R&R already.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like this is actually holding him. At least what I see from the jail. And he pled, I think he pled in front of me the other day.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's been sentenced on that case. So, all right. But in this case, I'll appoint the public defender.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Trial will be Division 80, November 28th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 9C.
You're still here. You still get seen for arraignment on that charge. That's why.
I'm still R&R.
On the other case, whatever they
No,
do.
what are you talking about?
Sir,
I'm confused. But look,
You-
I just plead out to this man the other day.
Hold on.
It's supposed to be resolved.
on this,
Then they brought it to me.
We don't know, hold on.
you
Out
pled
of
to
nowhere.
one charge. This
I
is
never got
different.
arrested for this charge, sir. It's supposed to be a ticket.
It is citation only.
Yeah, this is what you pled out to, the reckless driving, is different than what this is.
So I'm gonna have to bond out of this?
You're not being held on this.
Oh,
Not according to the jail website, you're not being held on this.
I gotta go to court.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I will. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Oh, Robert Harris.
Mr. Harris, you're here for an arraignment. This is a summons on a offensive trespass and occupied structure conveyance.
We're gonna enter a plea of not guilty. This is what she gave.
The summons haven't been served?
Offer for this?
Just said no.
Oh, just issued.
She said no offer.
And how is he set for today if it's been served? Okay, so a summons has been issued in this case. It's not been served. So,
It has to go back to state to perfect.
so at this point, they're going to have to serve you with a summons with a court date. So you're not being held on this case.
Can I plead to this case today, sir?
State make an offer, is state able to make an offer?
Your Honor, I did try to explain this to defense. The offer would have been 30 days. And Mr. Harris has been in jail since September 28th, I believe. The issue is that we didn't file charges until sometime in October. The summons has been issued, but it hasn't been served yet. So I'm not sure about the legal logistics of him getting a credit time served offer when he wasn't charged, he wasn't held, getting credit time served. So that is why there is no offer.
We can't get this case resolved today.
No, I know, Your Honor.
All right, so what's good, so in this case, they're gonna have to serve you with a summons with just a court date. You're not being held on this, so this case can't be resolved today. Good luck, sir.
Your Honor, did you give the dates? Oh, no, because he hasn't been served. I'm so sorry.
Go back to,
We don't have dates yet.
you don't have one yet.
No.
The state.
They're gonna have to serve you with a summons, and the summons will have a court date on it. Lucinda Russell,
I don't think she's in.
she may have bonded. That is a summons case also, so I don't think a summons has been served. So Ms. Russell may have been in jail at some point. My guess is she's out. But
I don't think she's in jail now, Your Honor.
yeah, she's probably not.
Nope.
different Russells. Yeah, she's not in jail, so that summons will just be served. You, Mr. Simmons? Are you Mr. Simmons? Okay, Simmons is mental health.
I will waive and enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay, and we'll set for the pretrial, Division 61.
November 21st at 9 o'clock in courtroom 7C,
I apologize, what division was that?
61.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning, my name is Garrett.
Mr. Thompson, you're here for an arraignment on a charge of resisting an officer without violence and petty theft. The public defender was previously appointed to represent you.
Yes, Your Honor, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt. Credit time served, no return to 2500 South Kirkman Road. There is cost of investigation in the amount of $190.56 to the Orlando Police Department, as well as court costs. Mr. Thompson would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Mr. Thompson, I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the offenses of resisting an officer without violence and petty theft. And that would resolve these charges without a trial. You'd be adjudicated guilty, you'd be given credit for the 29 days you've served in jail. You ordered not to return to the scene, pay your court cost of investigation. I'll give you time to get that paid. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Holding up this plea form, it has your name at the top. Is it your signature at the bottom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, to that offense of resisting an officer without violence, how do you plead?
No contest.
And to petty theft, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your pleas as to both. I'll adjudicate you guilty as to both, give you credit for the 29 days that you served, order you not to return to 2500 South Kirkman Road, order that you pay the court cost of prosecution, cost of investigation, OPD, in the amount of $190.56. I'll give you 350 days to get all those financial conditions paid. You have 30 days to appeal, and the appeal must be in writing. Okay, so you'll be released as to these charges today. Yeah.
Make it.
All right, come on up, sir. Good morning. Your name, sir?
Adrian Halls.
Mr. Hulse, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trespass after warning. Okay, that is, yeah.
Your Honor, in this particular case, there was a offer to resolve the trespass. However, Mr. Pulse has an eval pending for competency. So I just ask that you stay the bond and take no action on the out on bond due to the competency concern, excuse me.
What's the state's position?
Let's see. No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, when is the competency evaluation? Is it in custody or out of custody?
It was out of custody at that time, Your Honor, because he was not in jail. And I can tell you the date. Let me see. Actually, it's, at that time it was set at jail. It was, November 4th.
Okay, no,
At Orange County Jail, Dr. Aries.
okay, so it's set for the jail.
On the 4th, it was, yes.
Okay, all right. I'm going to, I'll appoint the public defender. I'll stay the bond at $500. I am going to revoke the bond that he's out on, that the competency evaluation is currently scheduled for. And I'll stay that bond at none. The council can either re-coordinated out of custody or go back and see the judge regarding a bond or other conditions of release.
Your Honor, with regard to the trespass, if it could be a no return?
I'll order, no return to where you were just arrested, which is the Lynx bus station. Morning. Your name, sir?
Eddie Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for battery. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've got a $500 bond. I'm going to order that you have no contact with a David Lee Reddick. Possess no weapons or firearms. State, he does qualify for pretrial release. Do you have a position on that?
I have no objection to him being on PTR, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'll release you on pretrial release in lieu of bond with the same condition. Absolutely no contact with David Lee Reddick while this matter is pending. Possess no weapons or firearms. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Dave Long.
Mr. Long, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trespass in an occupied structure. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
The offer to resolve was an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 2950 Alamo Avenue, and court costs. Mr. Long would like to accept and enter plea of no contest, Your Honor.
Also known as Aloma.
Aloma, sorry. I don't know.
All right, sir, I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the offense of trespass in an occupied structure, be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 2 days you've served, order you not to return to the scene, and pay the costs. I'll give you time to get the cost paid. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do? Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Did you have the opportunity to read, review, and understand the document before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
All right, to that charge of trespass in an occupied structure, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days, no return to 2950 Aloma Avenue. Understand if you go back, they see you, you're just going to get rearrested. So don't return. I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost. You have 30 days to appeal. Good luck. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Stephen O'Neill, sir.
Mr. O'Neill, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trespass after warning.
In the offer from the state to resolve the case, Your Honor, is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 1000 Universal Studios Plaza, and court costs. Mr. O'Neill would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
All right, Mr. O'Neill, I've been handed a plea form, and you wish to plead no contest to that offense. Trespass after warning, be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 2 days you served in jail, be ordered not to return to Universal Orlando. Pay the costs. I'll give you time to get the costs paid, and that'll resolve this matter. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
It is, sir.
Okay, I'm holding up this plea form. Has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
All right, to that offense of trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No contest, sir.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days. Order you not to return to Universal Orlando. And order you pay the costs. I'll give you 350 days to get the costs paid, 30 days to appeal. So you'll be processed and released today.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Kevin Thornton.
Mr. Thornton, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trespass after warning.
The offer from the state, Your Honor, is a withhold, court costs, no return to 2434 East Colonial Drive. And Mr. Thornton would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest. He's in pretrial.
Okay. All right, Mr. Thornton, I'm holding up this plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest, the offense of trespass after warning. The agreed sentence is a withhold of adjudication, credit for 2 days you've served in jail. You'll be ordered not to return to that Wells Fargo bank on East Colonial Drive. You pay the costs, and I'll give you time to get the costs paid. Take no action on the cases that you're out on bond on. Or out on ROR.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that'll resolve this matter. Is that your understanding?
Is my understanding.
Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. To that offense of trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea. I'll withhold adjudication, give you credit for 2 days, order you not to return to that Wells Fargo bank. Understand if you go back, you're just going to get rearrested.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so don't return. Order that you pay the costs. I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost, 30 days to appeal, no action on the out on bonds.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Princess Virgil.
Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a trespass in an occupied structure. Okay.
Your Honor, the offer from the state is a withhold, credit time served, court cost, and no return to 4710 Drive. And Ms. Virgil would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
All right, ma'am, I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the offense of trespass in an occupied structure. The agreed sentence is a withhold of adjudication, credit for the 2 days you've served in jail, order you not to return to that address, 4710 Coppola Drive, and pay the costs, and that'll resolve this matter. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is it your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
All right, to that offense of trespass in an occupied structure, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea. I'll withhold adjudication. Give you credit for the 2 days that you served. Important, you're not going to return to 4710 Coppola Drive. Understand if you go back, you're just going to get rearrested. You'll be right back in jail, okay? I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost. You've got 30 days to appeal. Good luck, ma'am. You'll be processed and released today. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Jesse Powell.
Ms. Powell, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for failing to appear at a competency hearing back on June the 1st, back this summer, in a trespass charge. Bond is set at $500. Public defender is appointed if not previously appointed. Okay. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Sir?
What's your name, please?
John Randall Sanders.
Mr. Sanders, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for failing to appear at a plea hearing for a petty theft October the 17th of this year.
Yes, sir.
You've got a bond of $2,000.
And Your Honor, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 13501 West Colonial Drive, and court cost. Mr. Sanders would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
He had any original time. Let me look. figure out the credit time served. 7, 7. Thirteen days. All right, Mr. Sanders, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to enter a plea of no contest to the offense of petty theft with the agreement that you be adjudicated guilty. You'll be given credit for the I count 13 days that you served on this case. Be ordered not to return to 13501 West Colonial Drive. Pay the cost. I'll give you time to get that paid, and that'll resolve this matter without a trial. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
I'm holding up this plea form. It has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir. I'll sign that.
Okay. All right, to that offense of petty theft, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea, go to adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for 13 days, order you not to return to 13501 West Colonial Drive. Understand, if you go back, you're just gonna get rearrested, so don't return, okay? Give you 350 days to get the court costs paid. You've got 30 days to appeal. Any appeal must be in writing. Okay, so you'll be processed and released as of this today, okay?
Thank you.
Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Ricky Branner.
Mr. Brandon, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on city ordinance violations of carrying a simulated firearm and state misdemeanors, which is make it easy.
Trespass, Your Honor.
Is it trespass? Okay. Just can't write it. Okay. I'm going to appoint the public defender in both cases to represent you. You've got a $250 bond on $250 bond on each charge, so a total bond of $500. Okay. Good luck, sir.
No return, Your Honor?
Yeah. I'll order you not to return to the scene where you were arrested, 335 North Magnolia Avenue. John Doe's behavior?
I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent and stay the bond at $500.
Yes,
Also, I see that now. And I'll stay the bonds on the give false info at 500 and resisting without at 1,000. Tamara Francois? Bonded, thank you. All right. Good morning. Your name, sir?
Kurt Altarizio, sir.
Mr. Altarizio. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for burglary of a structure and petty theft of $100 or more. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Bonds have been set at $3,500 on count 1, $100 on count 2. I'm going to order that you not return to 7051 Muskogee Street in Orlando while this matter's pending. All right. Good luck. Good morning. Your name, please?
Warren Barber.
Mr. Barber, you're here for initial appearance. Okay, give me 1 second. Been arrested pursuant to a warrant for throwing or shooting into an occupied structure or dwelling. Let's see, I'll appoint the public defender. State, you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna set the bond at $7,500. I'm gonna order that you not return to, return to the scene. It's the area of, Prince Hall Boulevard and Lake Richmond Drive, specifically, 4234 Solomon Drive. No contact with the victim, possess no weapons or firearms. Good luck.
Jarrett, Champion, refused, Your Honor.
I will waive, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Champion, I'll appoint the public defender. That's the same case, okay. So we've got petty theft with 2 priors, bond set at $1,000 on the resisting without bond set or resisting merchant recovery, bonds $100. Order no return to the Walgreens, South Orlando Avenue, Maitland. We've got a second case, petty theft, 2 or more convictions. That bond's also $1,000, and order not.
It's the same Walgreens, Your Honor.
Got a different case number.
It's at 2 different times, but it is the same Walgreens.
Oh, it's the same Walgreens. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I misheard you. Okay. Also, yeah, no return to the Walgreens, 330 South Orlando Avenue, Maitland. Public defender appointed both cases. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Leonard Collins, Jr.
Mr. Collins, you're here for initial appearance. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested pursuant, excuse me, pursuant to a warrant for a failure to report or check in as a sex offender. Okay. I'll set the bond at $2,500. I'm sorry, the bond's already set at $2,000. So I'll leave that bond set at $2,000. And you're out on bond on the same offense from May, but
Yeah, he said he's not gonna revoke the bond. Not gonna come off it.
and has the state filed on that case for May?
Yes, Your Honor. There's case management set for November 3rd.
Okay, all right.
And this is an honest mistake. I've been out 6 months on this. I came, turned in, I was at work, I called them. Stop. Everything.
What's the state's position as to the out on bond?
No problems. And sir, just to let you know, I have a mother that is dying. I just had a newborn baby. I pay bills, I have a job and everything, sir.
Mr. Collins, you've got life like everybody else.
Right,
Okay?
right.
And I'm not minimizing that.
Your Honor, he has a previous conviction for this in 2017. He has an earlier charge, which is what you're asking me about, and then he has this one. I would ask that you revoke and hold him at no bond.
See if you see.
And when's that court date?
They changed the dates. So he got arrested, he got kicked out, and then they changed his date from the arrest to this. So he was just homeless, but
11/3? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna revoke the bond in 22 CF 4808. You're gonna see the judge next week on that case.
Still, sir.
I've appointed the public defender to represent you. You got a $2,000 bond on one and bonds revoked on the other. All right, good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please? Mr. Cologne, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for robbery with a firearm. Stay the bond at none. In addition, I'll order you not to return to the scene, no contact with victim, co-defendants, witnesses, no possess any weapons or firearms while this matter is pending. All right, good luck, sir.
Brandon Fonsil.
All right, Mr. Fontel, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for aggravated battery. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. That bond is set at $3,500. In addition, I'm going to order that you have no contact with Gabrielle Chiamaka, that you maintain a separate residence. You can return one time with law enforcement to get personal belongings, but otherwise you got to live separately from her. So you can't, if she's living at that Turnstone Way address, you got to live somewhere else while this matter's pending. I'll order you not to possess any weapons or firearms. I'll take no action on the misdemeanor out on bond.
I'll waive, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the public defender on Mr. Galasso State. You have a position on the armed burglary.
Your Honor, it is a first-degree felony punishable by life. Defendant was armed because he stole swords at the time of the theft. I was looking to see if there were any violent offenses, Your Honor. It does not appear as though there are, and so based on that, I would have no objection to the court using its discretion to set a bond, Your Honor.
You show the defendant currently out on bond on another case? I just saw there's just a note on the face sheet, defendant currently out on bond. I didn't know if that was. Well, I think I answered my own question here. Let's see, he's got multiple cases. Okay, all right. It looks like he got arrested on everything at the same time. So, yeah, those appear to be burglaries and drug cases. So, I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 on count one, $2,500 on count two. No contact with the victim, no return to the scene, no weapons or firearms. Public defenders appointed. Garrett, I'll appoint the public defender. I'll stay the bond at none for failing to appear. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please? What's your name, please?
Amber Giles.
Ms. Giles, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer and assault on a law enforcement officer. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. These charges, the bond set at $2,500. Count one, $100 on count two. Good luck, ma'am.
Terrell Golden.
Thank you, Mr. Golding. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of methamphetamine and a petty theft. Okay. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Bond set at $1,000 on count 1, $250 on count 2. Order you not to return to the Dollar General store on South Orange Blossom Trail. Okay, and yeah, those cases are, that's OR. What's the state's position on the out on bonds?
Your Honor, those events happened October 8th, and as of yet, the state has not filed any formal charges. So I have,
Got one that looks like he's in felony diversion.
yes, Your Honor.
So that's, I think they're probably gonna kick you out of that. I'm gonna revoke the, release status 22 CF 565 AO. Well, did the state file an information in that case?
I believe we did, Your Honor, which is why he's in pretrial diversion, but let me confirm that.
Double check that it wasn't a referral not filed.
Yes, Your Honor, information was filed March 22nd.
Okay. So I'm gonna revoke release in that case and set the bond at none. And in the brand new cases, fleeing the cannabis and driving with license suspended, I'll take no action on those out on bonds. Public defenders appointed.
I will waive it.
On Mr. Green, I'll appoint the public defender, stay the bonds 1,000 on count 1, 250 on count 2.
Timothy Horton refused, Your Honor.
Mr. Horton, I'll appoint the public defender of both cases. I'll stay the bonds, 1,000 on count 1, 1,000 on count 2 of the first case. On the misdemeanor paraphernalia, I'll reduce that bond to $100.
Cameron Jackson bonded.
Jackson bonded, thank you. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Kelvin Lee.
Mr. Lee, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis and trafficking in methamphetamine with a weapon. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay. Bond on count 1 is $1,000. State, you have a position on bond on count 2?
It is punishable by life, Your Honor. However, it does not appear that Mr. Lee has any violent offenses, so state would have no objection to the court using its discretion to set bond, Your Honor.
Defense?
Your Honor. Yeah, I don't see anything about offenses on his records. I just ask that you consider that when setting the bond in this case.
Your Honor, I would only note two other things. Usually trafficking starts at 50,000, and per the face sheet, Mr. Lee is not from here. He is from New York.
Okay, good, 19 grams, okay. All right, I'm gonna set the bond, sorry, you said Mr. Lee's not from here?
Per the face sheet, Your Honor, it states that he drove down from New York and intends to return.
Okay. to set the bond at $100,000 on count 2. Possess no weapons or firearms. All right, good luck.
Your Honor, can he return to New York?
You didn't ask me.
And Your Honor, I would ask that you make a condition that if he does in fact bond, he be allowed to return back home to New York.
The court has no objection to the defendant traveling as a condition of bond, but if you use a bondsman, that's really between you and them. They may restrict that condition of travel, but the court has no objection to you traveling. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Armel Levers.
Mr. Levers, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for burglary of a dwelling and attempted burglary of a structure. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Bonds have been set at $5,000 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2. Order that you no return to 7714 Prado Avenue in Orlando. No contact with the victim. Good luck. Lopez bonded, thank you. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
McGill. Morning.
Mr. McGill, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for aggravated battery with a motor vehicle and driving with a driver's license that's permanently been canceled. Okay. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State, you have a position on a bond?
To stop. Your Honor, I think the easiest way to say it is to note that Mr. McGill has been designated a violent felony offender. He is accused of essentially running over the victim, and that was shortly after he was released from prison. He does have failures to appear, and he also does have violent offenses, Your Honor.
And does he have a hold for conditional release? All right. Defense, do you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
All right. Given the nature of the history and reading the allegations in the affidavit, I'm going to set the bond in count 1 at $50,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in the case. Count 2, bond will be set at $1,000. No weapons or firearms. Right. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Colin O'Brien, sir.
Mr. O'Brien, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for aggravated stalking with a credible threat. Based on the application for the appointment of the public defender, you make too much money to qualify for the public defender at this point. State, you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000. I'm going to order that you have absolutely no contact with the victim or the victim's family. That's direct or indirect, meaning that no calls directly from you or trying to go through a third party to contact the victim or the victim's family. For you to stay at least 1,000 feet away from the residence of the victim. Possess no weapons or firearms. Good luck. You have a question?
I kind of have a question, yeah. So my income, like that's before I'm self-employed right now. So like that's not like an accurate, like I'll bring in like, it all depends on my work. But that's not like 10,000, it's kind of a lot, sir.
Okay. Well, the application for the public defenders is for the public defender. That's got nothing to do with the bond.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you saying that you make less than $1,000 or you take home less than $1,000 a week on average?
Make like, well, before when I was doing good, yeah, but now I'm taking home like $1,000 or maybe $1,500 a month.
Okay.
I reached, my uncle passed away. I was driving a truck. I lost my truck driving job.
Okay.
I don't have that much
All right. So
money.
based on that, I'll appoint the public defender, but the bond's still set at the $10,000.
Right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Refused, Your Honor. I will waive the appearance, Your Honor. And I would just ask that you take no action on the out-on bond. The state has not filed yet. She was arrested back August 19th.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender in all cases. I'll stay the bonds on the new charge possession of cocaine. The bond's 1,000. The cannabis and paraphernalia are 100 each. She's got a failure to appear. That bond's set at 2,000 on the misdemeanor. And then we've got the out on bond for possession of cocaine. I am going to revoke that bond. I'll set a new bond in that case at $5,000. Serrano bonded, thank you. Simpkins, I'll appoint the public defender. I'll set the bond at $2,500. Mr. Wallace. I'll appoint the public defender. I'll set the bond at $2,500. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Waterman, Stephanie Waterman.
I had a Rhonda Watson. It's inmate number is 220-25056. Probably bonded. Bonded. Thank you. All right, Ms. Waterman, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear at a plea hearing back on August the 15th of this year on 3 counts, cocaine, paraphernalia, and prostitution. The judge set a bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender. All right, good luck. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Alexander Woodson.
Mr. Woodson, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for grand theft, 3rd degree of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance with a weapon. And it looks like he...
Qualifies for pretrial release, Your Honor. I would ask for pretrial release.
State, you have a position on that?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you possess no weapons or firearms. Consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. Good luck. All right. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Henry Jackson, sir.
All right, Mr. Jackson.
Your Honor, Mr. Jackson was originally here for a bond hearing. However, the state did make an offer to resolve his violation of probation. The offer is to admit to the violation, revoke and terminate, and credit time served as well as court costs. Mr. Jackson would like to accept that offer from the state. Yeah, I do. I was just making sure. I had it right. Oh. It's the same one. It's the same one. I got it from over there. Is that okay? Okay. Yeah, it's the same one. It's just different.
Calculate credit time served. 23? 20. Thank you. Okay. All right, Mr. Jackson, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to admit to violating your probation with the understanding that the sentence would be an adjudication of guilt, revoke and terminate your old probation, credit for those 23 days that you served, and pay the costs, and I'll give you time to get the costs paid, and that would resolve this matter. You'd be released as to this case today. Is that your understanding?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top, it's your signature at the bottom.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. As to violating your probation in this matter, do you admit or deny that you violated probation?
Sir, I admit, sir.
I'll accept your admission. I'll revoke and terminate your probation, adjudicate you guilty, credit for 23 days that you served, order that you pay the cost, and give you 350 days to get the outstanding costs paid. You have 30 days to appeal.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. Good luck, sir.
That's it? Oh, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
And then I had one last 33-day motion that Tomlinson.
Should be denied, Your Honor, and information was filed. So, you heard the CO. Officer Banks has spoken.
PM.